All right, boss babes, today we're going to talk about transforming your mind right here with personal development. And for whatever reason, this one seems like a hard thing for coaches to grab hold of. And I think because, uh, our past generations have kind of taught us that personal development is for people who have problems. And that just isn't true at all. Personal development is for people who want to go great places in life. And there are several aspects of coaching that are transformative and amazing. I think personal development is maybe one of the biggest, and that's because what you do for personal development in your business isn't just for your business, it bleeds into every area of your life. So, for example, when I started as a coach, I had a lot of trouble with saying no to things and people that I didn't want to do or places I didn't want to be at. I was a yes person without a lot of a backbone. I had trouble with time management. I had trouble with belief in myself. I had trouble with even being uncomfortable with the concept of making money, which is funny. So, personal development didn't just make me a better coach, it made me a much better mom, businesswoman, friend, ambitious about more things in life. And it really was the core of growing my business and growing myself. It's so true when they say your bank account will only grow as much as you're willing to grow in your mind. And so personal development is how we feed our mind, how we feed our business, and how we feed ultimately what flows through our bank. So in coaching, we really like to carve out at least a minimum of 10 minutes a day of personal development. Now, we've given you Darren Hardy's book, The Compound Effect, which I started with as a coach. And I really loved how it laid out how consistency over time ultimately delivers you results and how you can kind of get past immediate gratification with that long-term vision in mind, right? And then we've also recommended that you sign up for the Darren Daily. That's the author of the book Compound Effect. He sends out a daily 5-minute or less video with business building tips. Now, there are several ways you can do personal development. You can read a book. You can listen to a podcast, which is personally one of my favorite. There's a podcast called the Life Coach School podcast with Brooke Castillo. I know that's a favorite of Joyce. It's a favorite of mine. They're 20 minutes or less episodes. You can also listen to books on audio. So if you're a woman who doesn't have a lot of time to sit down with a paper copy of a book, then order something that you want to read on iBooks or use audiobooks and just plug in. It's important that you choose personal development books kind of themed around something that you might be struggling with in life. And we can help you with recommendations, certainly. But for instance, if you struggle with self-confidence, You Are a Badass might be a great book, and it's a fun, easy read. If you struggle with, just network marketing in general, this book, Get Over Your Damn Self, is something I think everyone should read. If you listen to it, it's narrated by the author herself. It's really funny. It's brilliant. It kind of gives you a concrete idea of this business and what we do, and then not just what we do, but how to execute it. That's a great book too. The point is that just like fitness, and if you're not being a product of the product and you're not working on your own, physical transformation, it's hard to grow in coaching. The same is true for your mindset. If you're not working on transforming your mind and you're not plugging into personal development, you become stagnant in what you're able to do because you've kind of cut yourself off from learning how to go beyond where you're at to the next level. Success Magazine polled the most successful people in the world. This is a magazine that interviews people like Oprah and Steve Jobs and just the biggest names you can think of who've really made a name for themselves in business. And the majority, 37% of them, said that their success came from learning from others, learning from the people that have gone ahead of them and been successful before them. And so that's what a lot of personal development is we get to learn from other people who have already done exactly what we want to do. The author of this book, she is the top of Rodan and Fields. She built a hugely successful team within a network marketing company. She obviously knows more than I do. So for me to plug into her book and kind of take away her tips is how I can take those things back into my own business and my own team and grow my team. And if it's something on a personal level, then again, that's how you grow your mind. So please, please, please be committed to personal development. Be willing to stretch yourself. Be willing to make that a vital behavior that you don't miss in any given day of your business. Because if you kind of sow that seed into your daily life, into your daily habit, then it's really hard to ever have a bad day. Bad things might happen, but you don't have a bad day because you have a mindset now of being an overcomer, of someone who can see the glass as half full. And the best part probably is that from personal development, I've been inspired for a lot of great social media posts, right? Because you're learning something new that you can share and add value to your audience. So if you aren't picking up a book or you aren't listening to something that feeds your mind and your soul, it's hard to come up with new ideas that you can share and offer value to those around you. So we will be offering some great suggestions for personal development based on kind of what they're themed around struggle-wise. But the point is to pick one. You have the compound effect already. Read it, commit to it. Don't think that it's too silly or that you're above it, because when you really embrace all that there is within the world of personal development, you become the best, most badass boss babe.